Now I'm introducing the PMP-102 Programmable Micropipette Puller, which is made by MicroData Instrument Incorporation. That means made by MDI. So on this pipette puller, they come with a lot of sophisticated functions. That's different with the regular pipette puller. They use the pneumatic force as the pulling force. Instead, the gravity force and magnetic field force. The advantage for the pneumatic force is they gave you the dragging force and the pulling force with the constant force. It's not same as the gravity or pneumatic field, and depending pulling position, something like that, it's some kind of force loop, and it's not constant for the whole processing. And the pneumatic force advantage for the pneumatic force and can give you the user not only the long range force for that selection from the very low force and up to very high force to make that the pulling, but also it can give you very easy to control, very good control by the computer. The air source you can use very simple, either from the laboratory tabletop air source, or just use the construction compressor with the larger than 1 gallon air tank, and that's all. Very simple. The input pressure from 30 psi and up to 60 psi, that's enough. Since in the unit they come with the 3 precisely air pressure regulator, one for the cooling air jet, another for the fast pulling, the last pulling, the high force, the pressure tube. Another one is for precisely slowly pulling step by step, that kind of pulling force. So it's gave the user very wide range for that adjustment. Secondly, this puller used the optical ruler as a really measurement for that the pulling length. So make the pulling length very precisely and very accurate to make how long the tap pulling, tip pulling, something like that. It's real-time display on the LCD panel, so you can very clear to make sure how long it pull, how long you can set for it. The third one is they use the cone power coil, the heat coil. Instead, use the PMP-102. That one is very easy to broken, and after you broken, you change one, and total setting gotta be different. But this one, this heat coil is controlled by the inside microcomputer. They use a real-time feedback closed loop control. So make that the heating power is a total controllable. It's a total repeatable. So you can see when you turn on the heating, you see the real time, really the real measurement for the heating is exactly matched for the setup. So every time it's very accurate to match the setup, whatever the heat coil change or the condition is changed, doesn't matter. the computer will real-time closed-loop feedback to control the heater. So make the heating level is very accurate. Same as your setting. That's the good for the pooling repeatability. It's a lot of improve for the repeatability. And but not all the feature come with the unit, but also every unit comes out with 99 programmable sequence, which is the customer can put up to 99 sequence on it. There's a 33 sequence already set up by the manufacturer that the expertise, they accumulate a lot of expertise, experience, gave you, will cover almost all the application on that, the different pipette pooling, including the inject needle and inject holding pipette, and patch cam electro pipette, cell membrane voltage camping pipette, everything already been set on the inside at the 33 manufacturer preset sequence. That kind of preset sequence not only gave you that the list, that the setting, but actually every unit goes out from the manufacturer will give you really more than 22 physical sample pulled from this unit. They gave you the color wheel to identify which pipette is pulled from which sequence. Gave you very physical view on that each sample. So when you pick up the sample and look at that the menu, you can easily find out what's your need, what's almost close your need. And even that the sample is not exactly what you expect, but a little bit close to what you need. So you can use the copy function. You pass more than 3 seconds and gave you the copy function. So as you want to copy this one to another unused sequence, if you yes, and then you copy that the sequence become a new sequence, you modify a few of the parameter, and then exactly match what you need, exactly same as you need. That's very convenient, and make that the you can create that the sequence exactly by yourself and totally fit your need. That's a very good feature. So it's not only that kind of feature, but this puller is very special. They also come with the polishing. I mean, after pulling a tip, they have automatic polishing function you can set for it. So when you, for example, when you're pulling the pipette, and then wait for some time, you can set up the heater automatic turn on, and then the programmable exactly what you return for it, and then polishing and put it out again. Very convenient and very useful. That's a general polishing function. Is good for the patch cam application, something like that. You don't have to after you pull very tiny that the opening, and then you don't have to take it out on that the microforge to polishing, something like that. Of course, if you use the microforge to polishing, it gave you more precisely and point to point that the polishing. But this one, this polishing function, this automatic after pull polishing function, it gave you very general on that edge with the smooth edge, with the polishing edge, gave you that the pipette tip opening very easy as the patch cam, that the connection, something like that. I mean the membrane connection, make that the membrane is very smooth, touch on the tip, something like that. So it's now as we try to see how it works.